Alright folks, we're back once again with another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem figure from Playmates. Today we're taking a look at Master Splinter, and he looks really cool. Same box art as the Leatherhead, which we previously looked at. See all four brothers here, Donnie, Mikey, Raph, Leo. And you can see Splinter here in the window, looking really cool. You got that awesome kind of back alley with the graffiti and the ooze and stuff dripping down. Really cool stuff. Weapons are on a weapon rack. You can see the figure there. Jackie Chan Splinter. I know I'm excited to see this guy in the movie, to see what Jackie Chan does with the character. On the back, you can see all the official renders of different characters. Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Michelangelo, Splinter as we have here, Rocksteady, Bebop, Leatherhead we previously took a look at, so go check that video out if you haven't seen it already. Then we got Superfly. Splinter, Rat Dad / Sensei. He's made a wonderful sewer, home for his family, but now his sons finally need independence, and New York needs his sons. Weapons, walking stick, sword, and his dream is to protect his sons. Really cool stuff. Love the kind of artwork that they do for these boxes. Now, unlike Leatherhead, there is no danger meter for this guy, because obviously he's not a villain, he's a protagonist, so I like that they kind of differentiate the heroes from the villains here. But with that being said, I'm going to get this guy out of the box, and we'll take a closer look at him. Don't go away, there's more review to be had. Alright, so here's Splinter and the weapon rack here. We'll take a closer look at the weapon rack later, and I've actually figured out, after doing the Leatherhead video, how to take these off. So we'll take a look at Splinter's weapons, but he's kind of stacked here. He's got some stars here. He's got some more kind of cane sword replacements. Not as nice as the one that he comes included with, that's painted and everything like that. But these are all just done in the same kind of orange plastic, but he's got a bow and arrow here. It's kind of taped here. Looks really beat up. He's got some arrows here. Really nice. So at some point in the movie, we're going to see Splinter have a bow and arrow, I would assume, or just for fun, they included the bow and arrow. But I think that's pretty interesting. Anyway, we'll take a closer look at the individual weapons later, but here's the base figure, and then obviously the cane that he has. Now, the cool thing I noticed about this cane is that it is a sword, so it can cut people, which I think is so cool, and I feel like it's such a fit for Master Splinter as a character. I feel like he would have, like, a cane that's, like, secretly a sword. Looks really cool. He's got this, like, magenta-colored vest over him. It's all torn up from running around through the sewers for years. He's got this purple belt, which really isn't painted all that well, at least on mine. But you can see some nice kind of patterns done in the kind of vest that he's wearing. He's got like a white shirt underneath and some gray kind of baggy pants. He's got all these wraps on his feet here, and yeah, a pretty I'd say kind of lanky version of Splinter that we are used to seeing. He doesn't really have that robe that he's synonymous with. But there he is, the Jackie Chan Splinter. His head sculpt is pretty nice. Now, as far as I can tell, you can take the glasses off, but I'm not going to. Just because he looks good with the glasses. Head is on a ball joint. He can do a weird exorcist that goes on an angle for some reason. That's about it. His arms move forward that far, move back that far, and then they move up and down because they are on that sort of butterfly joint. Same with the other one, they go back that far, they go forward this far, and then they're on a butterfly joint. His elbow can move up and down. Does have rotation here at the wrist. Same, moves up and down, and then there's a rotation at the wrist for the sword cane hand. And his legs can kick up that far. So he can do a ninja kick. He can kick back that far, but it kind of gets in the way of his tail and, of course, the vest he's wearing. He does have rotation here at the waist and can move up and down here, but not really articulated. And I figure, Splinter would be super articulated. I mean, he's a ninja master. He's, in most continuities, way more powerful than the Turtles combined. He's pretty powerful. He's a very skilled warrior, but it doesn't look like this version of Splinter is going to be doing much fighting, at least the toy here. I mean, I hope he does a lot of fighting in the movie. He's a really skilled fighter in a lot of continuities, so there's that. His tail doesn't seem to be articulated. It looks like it's permanently just stuck a certain way. I mean, you can kind of move the tail side to side, but there's not a lot of articulation. It's just kind of stuck, wrapped around him. But I think it's pretty decent. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get these weapons off the rack here, so we can take a closer look at those. But that's the base figure all done for you guys. Alright, so here's all the stuff off the weapons rack. The bow and arrow, if we can focus. See, it's pretty simple, pretty generic. Bow, and then it's got, I think, 3 arrows here. Now, there's no way to actually peg the arrows into each other. And we'll take away his cane for a second here. You can, I guess, technically have him hold the bow in one hand, because with the Leatherhead, I noticed that they can hold their gear. You just gotta get them to hold it a specific way. So here's the crossbow, or the bow and arrow, sorry. And then here are the arrows here. You can have him like loading it up or something like that. You have him loading up the bow and arrow. I don't know. Looks kind of goofy. You have him loading this up. I don't know. It's a weird thing. There's no real way to get him to hold the arrows, unless if you have him like holding it in like the very end of his hand. Then it kind of works, and you can have him like loading it up like that. Loading one up. And he does come included with 2 other arrows here, which are pretty much the same, orange unpainted plastic as the rest of the stuff. So there's him holding the bow along with a single arrow. Put these off to the side here. And then he does have the throwing stars. I mean, he should. He's a ninja master, but he can hold them. I'm not sure if this is how you would naturally hold a ninja star. And have it pegged in his fingers here. See if it focuses. And there's nothing too special about these. They're just kind of done in the single, unpainted. They're done in that unpainted plastic, man. And get him to hold this one too, so you can hold both of them. Not much really to him. He just holds them up like that. I don't think you could really get him in any cool action poses with these, just because they're so small and little, and they'll probably be lost within like 48 hours, or not even, like, be lost in 10 minutes if you have kids. And then he does come included with these kind of replacement, or I wouldn't even say replacement, but just like these kind of cane knives, but he can have 2 of them, I guess, if you really wanted that. So you can hold that one. I thought originally these were some kind of gun or firearm, but no, they're just the exact same as the regular kind of cane knives, just without the cane concealing them. You can see it right here. It's the exact same thing, just it doesn't have the part to conceal it. Obviously, the one that comes, away from the weapons rack is better because it's actually painted. But if you wanted him to hold like 2 of these kind of cane sword weapons, you could have him do that, and you can hold him like this, kind of protect himself from say a future Shredder. If Shredder is eventually going to be in this extended universe, I hope he is going to be in this in this universe, although he's not in the new movie. I hope that if they do make a sequel to this film, that Shredder will be like a main antagonist, because it'd be really cool to see like a Shredder versus Splinter fight scene. As for the figure itself, it's pretty basic. I mean, there's not much else really to talk about. I mean, it's a nice Splinter figure of the Splinter that's voiced by Jackie Chan in the upcoming Mutant Mayhem movie, which I believe comes out this week. So, not bad. Really awesome figure. Definitely captures the likeness of Jackie Chan's Splinter design in the movie. For comparison, I only have one other figure to compare it to, and that is the Mutant Mayhem Leatherhead. So you can see her next to Splinter, and she's holding a bear trap, and she's picking her teeth with the dagger. You can see them together. Obviously, you get Splinter holding his cane again. Slide it through right here. Get Splinter holding his cane again with Leatherhead. Now, it looks like Leatherhead, along with the rest of Superfly's gang, is going to join the Turtles in April at the end of the movie to fight the Superfly, so that'd be really cool. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up my look at the brand new Mutant Mayhem Splinter. Definitely a really nice Splinter. I like that he comes with the sword cane, like the cane that's a sword. I think that's really cool, and it definitely is a weapon I could see Splinter having. I just think it's awesome. It's really cool. You can have him like revealing it to like Splinter or Superfly, because he's the villain of this movie. It's like pulling it out. That looks really cool. But that pretty much, again, wraps up my look at him. Don't worry, guys, the Turtles are coming, but I'd rather wait to a time where I can afford to get all of them at once, and then, obviously, we will be doing reviews of the Turtles as well. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed, do take care, have a great night, and I'll see you in the next video.